All right.
We're all in frame. Live from PhoenixCon in Neenah, Wisconsin. It's Guys, Games, and Beer.
Yeah!
There we go.
Hey, Rob.
That's creepy as hell. What the hell? Are you doing that live?
Have you never edited things like this?
I don't know.
Like in this foreign place. I'm like, and we're not in the subfloor basement. Like, what's going on, Rob?
Yeah, Rob. What is it about?
Yeah, Rob.
I'm confused. We're at a convention. It has something to do with role-playing.
Conventions. What are those?
I know, right? I don't
Yeah, we
get
haven't
this.
been to one for like 2 years almost,
I
right?
think it's been nearly 2 years.
2 years.
Well, what a hell of one to show up to, right?
Yeah, right. So anyway, I wish. Tell you what, Tom. What we're gonna do is we're gonna splice in a piece of video, show you the con. Right there. It's happening right now.
there, Rob.
As I'm talking right
Rob's
the hell over
actually
it.
going to edit the video, which Rob normally doesn't do, but Rob will actually edit this video and put in the splicing so you can
This
see all the
fantastic
stuff
It
footage
is a
of
true
PhoenixCon.
story because I will be totally
Look at all
sober
the
when I
people
do
here
it.
at PhoenixCon enjoying their games.
What? You're going to be sober?
All right, so yet another hardcore gaming convention where
It's not
people are
gonna be
actually gaming as opposed to just shopping.
Damn straight.
I approve of this. It's nice to see people out again, playing games, being together. Just a great time. We haven't had much of a chance to visit yet. We actually went to the bar and started drinking, but we plan
Only a
to,
couple
and
drinks.
we're going to be doing some interviews with folks. And I like that. That was the most nebulous comment I've ever made. We're going to be doing some interviews with some folks, and you're going to like it.
Drunk interviews.
You're going to like it, or you're going to be locked in a basement.
broadcasting while we're doing
Super
All right,
enjoyable
really,
video.
end there.
Oh, no, wait.
No.
Let me just tell you, guys, stay tuned. You will see interviews from 66 Studios. You'll see interviews from PhoenixCon. You're going to see some interviews from Rplex. We are hoping to get the guys from Escape Room Wisconsin to give us an interview, and all sorts of other views. Stay
What
tuned.
other stragglers can we pull in? Let's find out.
Oh, we were pulling stragglers, won't we?
All right, so fair warning, I am on the 10% booze at this point. So
Yeah, Rob may have drank a
Started
little
with
heavy at the
10%.
bar before we got here.
10%, and I'm going up tonight, so
Never enough.
Drive home should be interesting.
yeah, that's gonna happen.
So, stay tuned for more. There's a lot coming up. Watch the show.
True story. Thanks for making me edit more, Tom.
Hey everybody, Travis and Ryan here. We're here at PhoenixCon 2021, and we are here with.
Matt Pigeon with EverCon.
We're here to talk about his show, EverCon, as well as some of the other projects he's been up to. So, for us uninitiated, what is EverCon?
EverCon is a gaming convention. It's been running. This is our 22nd EverCon coming up in March. EverCon 22. We're running March 4th through the 6th. So we actually are a new group of owners for the convention. We bought it last year. Had to run it pandemic-wise to have it on an online format last year, unfortunately. So this will be our first as a team running this convention. But we've all been involved with the convention for some of us 20 plus years, and some of us, the last 5 or 10 years. In some capacity, we've all been involved. We have gaming, board games, we have retro video games. We're going to be having a cosplay contest this next year. We're bringing in some extra. We're hoping to have some live music and different things at our venue. Typically, we're about 1,000 to 1,200 attendees on a weekend. Hoping that grows. So yeah, it's an awesome time. We have a really good convention.
So one of the things I saw is EverCon's in central Wisconsin.
Yes.
And so I'm unfamiliar with EverCon, so where in central Wisconsin actually is it?
So the convention is actually in Rothschild, which nobody knows of. It's right off of Wausau. So it's a Wausau-based convention.
Little hidden gem in the middle of Wisconsin, man. You can't run it 20 plus years?
20 plus
Jeez.
years. Yeah.
That's an incredible feat for a convention to really, and again, you got to have a good crowd to really kind of keep that kind of going.
And we do. We've got really loyal con-goers that just come back year after year. So we don't want to change things so much that we lose that original passion that people have for it. We want to keep that, but yet we want to keep adding to it every year. Where we're doing something a little different or a little something that people want, you know. So we kind of listen to the audience and what they need. That's where the cosplay contest comes in, because it's something people have been asking for years. So when we bought the convention, we're like, yes, we need to bring that back. Because it was, so EverCon started out as a gaming club at a junior high school, and it outgrew the school. Their event grew so big that they couldn't have it at the school anymore. And so they created an LLC and sold it to a few people, and they did a wonderful job for years. But you know, it's very taxing running a convention.
I'm gonna chime in real quick. A good note: all the best conventions are always the ones that outgrow their spaces. GameholeCon, you know, Gen Con got big because it kept outgrowing its spaces. This is gonna be one to definitely look out for.
Right.
I guarantee you.
Yeah, for sure. So when they did a great job running it for years, though. But a gaming convention is really hard on 3 people who owned it. You know, so you burn out. You don't, you know, have the passion for it as much as you used to. And then rather than let it die, they wanted it to go to people who really cared about the convention. So that's where we came in. We're a fantastic group of 7 guys running this convention, so we can split up the work. I do most of the marketing, and if you see Facebook, that's where I live. So I have all of that. But you know, I'm out here at the conventions doing this, you know, kind of getting the word out. Beyond the convention, we have our EverCon After Dark, our Twitch stream. Once a month, we do a Twitch stream, and EverCon After Dark is a little more adult. We let it get a little dark because, well, we like to drink and we like to shoot the shit.
Our kind of folks, right there.
Yeah. So we'll pick a topic for the month and we'll talk about that, but inevitably the train goes awry and we end up on all kinds of different things.
We don't know anything about
you guys
train going off the rails.
You guys are always on topic.
Always
100%.
super hyper focused.
Never go off the rails.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get it.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that for about 6 months now. Slowly building an audience and working on that. We are on twitch.tv/EverCon. And if you go over to EverCon LLC on YouTube, you can find our back episodes. I will warn you, the first couple are pretty rough because we didn't have the technology. You know, we're kind of building our equipment, and you know, I'm sure you know from the beginnings of, you know, you start out with like the shittiest mic and, you know, a camera that wobbles, or like you didn't find out halfway through you didn't have audio, or, you know.
Yeah, we've all been there. Oh no, yeah. Never. Obviously, never this podcast. No.
We've gone wire free. Look at this.
Yeah, look at this. We need to get this kind of stuff going on. But
so again, you're kind of getting ready and preparing your guys' selves for 2022's show. You got some Twitch stuff going on. Are there any other cool projects that EverCon's got going?
If you're in the Wausau area, we do what we call EverCon side quests. We've been running them all summer, every Thursday. It's a board game night, a free board game night out at the Gaming Emporium, which is a game shop in Wausau, where we just have a bunch of board games. You come out, you play. I always bring snacks and water and stuff and make it, you know, a real event. So we got a couple more for this summer that we're running. And then after summer, we're going to be looking at, like, once a month at different game shops and different stuff around the area where we can host one and have events.
Well, thanks preemptively for the invite. I appreciate it.
You are always invited. Always invited on EverCon After Dark, at our gaming events, at EverCon, wherever. You guys are always welcome.
It sounds like you're doing a lot of great things to keep EverCon active until the actual convention happens. So that seems really good.
You have to. You have to. Always be plugging.
So what is just the one thing? I know it's a lot of work to put on a convention, but as an attendee, what is your one favorite thing about a con?
Oh my gosh, I think it's just the atmosphere of all these people with the same or very similar passions, but yet there's so much diversity. It's a weird kind of thing, you know. We all love gaming, but we all might like different kinds of gaming. Some of us like to put on costumes. Some people wear a kilt. You know, you do what you do, and everybody just loves that. Like,
yeah, it's been a couple years, you know, actually being to a real con and just stepping in the room. You kind of feel that energy just like wrap around you, and you're just like, oh man, you're home. You're home.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you love dressing up as a furry, or if you love, you know, if you're LGBTQ, or you're, you know, whatever you would like, whatever you are, you're embraced. Especially like EverCon is really, it's really good at embracing its environment. It's the people in its environment. So
So one last time, again, could you get us the information, time, place, where we're going to be if somebody wants to attend EverCon?
All right, so it is in central Wisconsin, Wausau, Wisconsin. It is March 4th through the 6th, 2022. Go to evercon.org and you can find all the information on the location, and badges will be going on sale, I think September. If you're a vendor looking to sell your shit, you can go out there now and sign up to be a vendor. It's already up and running, so.
All right, well, we'll definitely be putting up links on our site as well as with this interview. So, all right, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm really excited to check out more about your show. Cheers, man.
Cheers. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, we're here at PhoenixCon 2021. Travis and Rob here with Guys, Games, and Beer, and we are with the one, the only
Cosmo Joe.
Cosmo Joe. He put the show on. We're really excited to be here, and we're really excited to have you here on the show to talk about what's going on. So, for people who haven't been to PhoenixCon, what's going on today?
Well, this is PhoenixCon 0. This is a convention we decided to throw just to celebrate getting over COVID and a return to normalcy, a return to gaming in person and having a good time. So we tried to throw this one together, and we managed to make it happen.
So this is actually a COVID product. This is like something that came out because of COVID.
That's absolutely right. So we wanted to throw a convention before COVID happened. Suddenly COVID comes, shuts everything down. Even Gen Con is shut down. So we're like, no, we gotta have like a reawakening party. We gotta have like a return to gaming party. So yeah, I started planning PhoenixCon. I put it on Kickstarter and people just shoveled money at it. So why not?
I mean, seriously, and you can tell, like, this is a birth from the ashes back to a convention scene. Like, I walked in with the first 30 seconds of setting up, you just get that, like, warm energy, like, oh, man, like, the gamers are here, we're back in full force, we're gaming, we're checking out cool vendors, we're checking out cosplay, like, it's just all here, and it's really exciting to see. So, like, what are some of the highlights of the weekend you're looking forward to hosting for everybody here at PhoenixCon?
Oh, we've got a lot of great things. I mean, last night we had the VIG pizza party. Tonight we've got the Mythic dinner where we're all going out to dinner with some, pretty fancy people from the industry. We got Ernie Gygax here. We got Jolly Blackburn. We've got a lot of very fun. We're going out and having, I personally will be having the salmon with the lobster cream sauce. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. But don't think it's all high society stuff. I mean, we have a lot of fun around here. We've got games. We've got our full-scale dungeon, RPEX. I mean, just tons of stuff to do. Paint and take. Paint a mini, take it home with you. Sweet. Great stuff.
Awesome. So the first thing I noticed when I came in here was gaming.
Yes.
Gaming's going on. So talk a little bit about the setup. Is there like a whole lot of structure to the gaming that's going on here, or do whatever you want? What is it?
Well, so there's a mix. We like to have a nice casual approach. If you want to just show up and just find games, you can do that. There's a lot of people running games on the fly here. But for people who like to schedule, we have a lot of scheduled games. I think at last count we had over 200 scheduled games for this event.
It's insane.
Exactly. So people are playing scheduled games, people are playing pickup games, plus we have a gaming library where people can just try out a game, put it back on the shelf.
So, again, this is PhoenixCon 0. This is the birth of something new, something cool, and it looks like you've got a lot of the bases covered. Is there anything you're kind of looking forward to for PhoenixCon in the future as you kind of move forward, kind of take from this weekend?
Oh, absolutely. PhoenixCon 1 is going to be twice as big, twice as fun, twice as fancy, and we're going to bring out several new quests for the RPEX full-scale adventure, too.
And we'll be bringing that RPEX interview in a little bit here, but I'm really excited to check out what you guys have in store because it looks awesome.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about con. So is this your first con? In other words, is this the first con you've ever thrown?
Absolutely. So I've been to dozens of cons, right? I've got Studio 66. We've been going to cons for 7 years. But I thought, hey, maybe I should throw a con. And, along those lines, I was thinking, I'm not going to throw a con because it's easy. I'm going to throw a con because I think it will be easy. And it turns out it wasn't. So,
What was the hardest part? Because we get a lot of cons that are like 2-3 in, but they've already learned these horrible lessons
That's
that
true.
you are now learning.
There's no question.
What's the hardest part?
I can tell you one big lesson we learned is, you try to save money and not rent out the hall the day before the con. Oh, big mistake. You need that hall rented out the day before the con. And trust me when I tell you, you can't just call the people and be like, hey, can we just get in there early? They are not down with that, as a matter of fact. So yeah, it's actually a lot harder to secure the venue than I thought it was going to be. Running the events through tabletop events, not real hard at all. Yeah.
So, with COVID coming around, or, having been here for like the last year, and now we're like seeing another uptick, what is it like trying to find a place? I mean, you said it was hard, but I was wondering whether it was, you don't know. Holy crap. This is going to be kind of hard. Because, I wonder how hard it was before we started getting into COVID versus how it is now.
Sure. So
are there any special? Is there anything special you have to line up due to COVID?
Oh, absolutely. So you have to take some considerations, having hand sanitizer around, making sure you're cleaning things off and things like that. So there's definitely some special considerations. As far as getting the hall goes, I thought, hey, with COVID, nobody's renting out halls. It should be easy. I'll get a discount.
That's what I was thinking.
Way wrong answer. So what it is basically the halls are just shut down until they open, and once they open, it's a flood of people who want to get married and rent the hall. So yeah, basically, in order to get the hall, you have to be like, look, you'd be better off renting it to us for 4 days than renting it to 4 separate weddings.
That kind of makes sense.
Get that shit out of here, Steve.
Now, see, if we could just get a wedding at PhoenixCon, maybe we could just all kind of figure this out.
Package
here,
deal.
So if anybody's looking to get married,
we've seen proposals at conventions. I mean, a PhoenixCon wedding, that would be dope.
That is true.
All right.
I mean, as long as I'm not the one getting married, I think I'll.
Rob, will you do me the honor?
Off on that.
I've been married forever.
So for people who aren't here this weekend and they want to check out more information about PhoenixCon, where can they find information about the show?
So you can go to Tabletop Events and look up PhoenixCon. You can go to Facebook and look up PhoenixCon and go to the group, or you can go to our website, PhoenixGameCon.com.
And obviously, because you're watching us, we're going to be linking all the information to the show, sharing some other great interviews and content and really cool stuff this weekend. I'm so excited.
So thanks to you, Travis, for giving me more work to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. But there's lots of great stuff to show, and we're really excited to show it to you. So thank you so much, Cosmo Joe, for joining us.
My pleasure.
And we're really excited
so
to check
much.
out what you have in store.
Beer Court. All right, welcome to Beer Court, folks. Today, what have we got, Travis?
So we're here at PhoenixCon 2021, and we can't go to a show without finding a very great brewery in near vicinity, and this time it happened to be Lion's Tail. It's a tap house that's like 50 feet from here. We went, tried a few, phenomenal.
We really can only walk now.
Yeah. So that's a big pro to it, but I would also say that their beers that we've tried so far are pretty phenomenal. So we decided we had to take one for the road and one that we haven't tried and do a beer court today.
Tom, did you pay?
Yeah, I covered it.
Oh, okay.
No, we didn't just walk out.
I kind of thought we might.
Well, as we stumbled back over here, so Root Cause is balanced with American stout notes. Root Cause offers great root beer flavoring from being brewed with classic root beer ingredients like real sarsaparilla root, birch, vanilla, anise, Ceylon, and wintergreen. If I spelled that wrong.
Did you say Cylon?
Ceylon?
There were Cylons?
I don't know.
So the cool part
This
about this
mildly
beer,
dry
guys,
stout utilizes dark malts with medium roast character, pouring creamy
Ceylon.
with a light vanilla finish.
right? So this is a
Ceylon.
porter. It is not a root beer flavored
Ceylon.
beer.
Ceylon.
It's a porter that they
Cylons.
use root beer ingredients
That's
in.
Cylons.
I only see Cylons.
Oh my
The other
God.
ones that taste like sodas, I want beers to taste like beer.
Thank you. So let's see how this one.
This is a
I have high hopes for this. Their
Yeah.
stuff is amazing.
nope.
I never want to drink again. It's been a rough one, folks. I do. All right.
Looks pretty dark.
Yeah.
All
It's
Oh.
very important when you're
I wanna
analyzing
point
beer
out-
to put it in a clear
I wanna point out
glass so
something
you
that
can
happens
smell
behind
it
the
and
scenes.
see
Number
the
one.
head. Yep,
All right, so
I went
like
there.
drink like the 10% shit, right? All right, all the time. And then I keep drinking, and then all of a sudden I come on the show, and it's like, yeah, lightweight. You just like drank this 2.5% beer and got lit. This is what goes on behind the scenes all the freaking time.
So is this
today,
the cause of your hangover tomorrow?
Or the
It might be.
Racine cause.
It
because
definitely has the hints of like a
Racine is root
sarsaparilla.
in
Like it
French.
smells.
And we are from Racine.
Yeah,
Yes.
It smells like root beer.
Some of those.
Did you know that?
Right, so back on point.
Root.
Smells like root beer.
In
It-
French is
It doesn't
Racine.
have that artificially
So-
Where we're
beer
from.
taste.
It's like solely
Oh, that
organic.
gets
This is
me
the
mad.
Racine.
I'm
like
not
they're
on
just
camera
throwing
anyway.
chemicals at it.
Yeah, like they're just throwing chemicals
All
at
right,
it.
let's try it.
What?
Oh, try this. This is different.
Well,
It has a really good stout flavor and
what's the
smell.
APR on this one?
It
6.6. ABV.
6.6, huh?
Okay, so it's slightly above average.
So I will say, like, this punches right away when it hits your tongue,
Yeah.
but it does not
Yep.
stay there at all.
No, agreed.
Okay, I taste the wintergreen.
I do too.
I definitely taste the wintergreen.
Yep.
It's minty.
Yeah.
Oh,
But not already.
wait.
What an interesting
Yeah,
taste.
I can still feel, like, now that you said it, like, I feel it in the inside of my mouth. But I did taste those other flavors when I drank
It
it.
has a nice coffee stout taste to it, though, with that touch, just a touch of wintergreen. You can taste the sarsaparilla.
It's
in
not
it.
too sweet.
Okay,
It's
I gotta
a
say,
solid
nothing is
stout.
overpowering the flavor of this beer.
It walks the line perfectly.
It really does.
Agreed.
You know what?
I can't give you my verdict yet, but I'll officially be drinking the shit out of it. So that's any spoiler alert.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
I'm kind of impressed.
I don't think I've ever actually tasted anything like this before.
You want to pour yourself some more?
In what, 9 years of Guys, Games, and Beer, I gotta say I've never tasted anything
I mean,
quite like this.
let's be honest.
That's a lot to- there's a lot to be said for that.
There's a little bit of sweetness of being at a con and drinking.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a phenomenal beer. And again, we've tried other few beers at their tap room here, and they do. I will say they are masters of their craft.
Their sour bomb,
So it is
slushy, and Mardi Gras
the
slushy are amazing.
Lion's Tail.
Oh, so
tap
we were
room.
actually at the
At their tap room.
Oh,
Yep.
awesome.
And
Fantastic.
this is out of Neenah, Wisconsin, and this is Root Cause.
Yep.
So you've got to go over some of the other interesting ones we tried.
Oh, I just said the sour bomb slushy, the Mardi Gras slushy.
I had one that tastes like an orange
fantastic.
dreamsicle. Had some like
One was straight up fruit slushy. The other was a grapefruit flavor
Rob,
that was
what did you
all
amazing.
that?
What bougie beer did you have, Rob?
Not even remember.
It was literally
was
called
bougie.
Bougie. He fed it
Yeah.
right to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Which was like a
Thanks
year.
for passing me
It
that.
was
I think it was
a
aged
really
for
good
a
beer.
year.
It was
in a
really
barrel.
good. I just
It was a really
drank
good
the hell
beer.
out of it.
It was an aged beer, and I'm trying to think of what I had. The Juicy Hazy IPA. And that's
Okay.
what I
How was
enjoyed.
it?
So.
And I had the blonde. Everything was solid.
Yeah, all the
I'm
my
very
beer was
impressed.
enjoyable. I really
No,
enjoyed it.
I have to say they had a great selection. Everything was solid. It very often breweries that try to do too many types of beers fail at a few. As of right now, I can say they have not failed
There's
at
not
any.
been one fail.
No.
So, so the point here is, grab their beers if you can. But number two, if you happen to be in Wisconsin, it might be worth the trip over to Neenah to just check them out.
You know something? I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, the
You're right.
ambiance is really good. They've got a
Very
really
nice tap room.
They got a really nice atmosphere there. It was really enjoyable. People are super friendly.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking like bartenders are always friendly. Well, all right, 99% friendly.
Oh, wait.
But they were great.
Come on, we got some
but
more.
also the people are really friendly. It was a nice place. It was very comfortable and a lot of really great beer.
I would
I
say
will
they had
be
a dozen beers or more of their own.
Yeah,
So,
oh, yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah,
they
and
all,
much more on tap.
I mean, between five of us, we all had something different.
Yeah.
They're all pretty darn good beers. So,
All right.
yep.
I don't think we need to do the cooler
Yeah.
or bar test.
Yeah.
We just all ordered it at
Yeah.
the bar.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and judge this one.
3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Great beer.
Yeah, easy.
Good beer. As you guys know, I'm not a porter drinker, but this is a solid.
I almost tried
porter.
to
Okay,
No.
Judge Rob, you need to pass verdict on.
All right, on the charge of being my root cause of my problems, I find you guilty and sentence you to drinking.
Cheers.
Cheers. And
There was a whole bunch more to... Give me that light.
All right, guys, there's a whole bunch more to come here from PhoenixCon 2021. This has been an amazing show so far, and we are just warming up. Stand by for more footage.
Hey guys, Travis and Ryan here with Guys Games and Beer, still here at PhoenixCon, checking out some awesome stuff. I had the privilege to be able to walk through a really awesome experience with our next guest here.
Hi, I'm Dennis. It's really good to be here. I'm one of the co-creators of Arpex, the Living Dungeon.
Yeah, so basically it is a experience where you are role-playing and they take it to the next level by building your set pieces, giving you actors as characters, and being able to walk through a role-playing experience. For people who have never heard of Arpex before, what's the short elevator pitch then?
The short elevator pitch is, you are your mini. We wanted to make you as much as the mini stuff. Instead of moving the pieces, you are that person. You are the one casting the fireballs. When you search for traps in ours, you don't get to roll that, you do that with your eyes. You're searching, if you don't miss it, I might yell out, you set a trap. Then boulders of fuzzy pillows will fly over my dungeon walls and attack you.
Yeah, and really, there is something special about being the character, because when you're actually physically acting it out, people are doing things that they wouldn't normally maybe do just sitting thinking about it with their mind. Like, I saw people hiding things in their clothing. I saw people moving in interesting ways.
Yep.
What are some of the more interesting things your players have done in your dungeon?
So recently, one of the last ones just today, they attacked the good person, fireballing their own people.
Sounds like a regular Dungeons & Dragons.
It really is. It makes them into their own characters, and it really gets that whole live action from the tabletop just blown up.
Yeah, and if somebody goes, kind of makes their own decision to fireball somebody, it is interesting to see how your actors react.
I like to try to. We have a little bit of scripts that they're supposed to follow here and there, but most of the time we like to give them a free range. These are volunteers that are just volunteering because everyone wants to be a monster. It's your chance to be on the other side of that dice rolling, so it's really fun.
So again, seeing this here at PhoenixCon, what was your inspiration for you guys to kind of start that Arpex experience?
Me and Andy have been doing gaming together since 2nd edition, which was my first thing, and I've always wanted to get into a larger scale of it. LARPing was nice, and I liked that, but I'm like, we need to be able to hit the monsters. We need to be able to have traps that go off. And we're not all there yet, and Andy wanted me to even pull it back. No, Dennis, we're not hitting with the weapons, So, I want to drop him in a trap that really makes him fall down. I went to see the other one, and I love True Dungeon. I really do. Much props to those guys. They did an awesome job. But I wanted more of the party adventure, where it's a small group of you guys going in, taking on the castle, taking on the loot, taking on the dragon or the evil lich.
And that's one of the things I really did like about your experience. Again, it didn't cover all the great bases of role-playing. Again, there was the kind of interaction of socializing in a tavern. There were puzzles. There was combat. And it definitely felt like that full kind of experience when it comes to role-playing. I thought that was really awesome. And kind of seeing how the party kind of comes together to tackle those challenges was cool.
I like doing that because we also put the grid on the floor.
That was really cool.
I love having the grid on the floor, and we still use the D20 system since that's what mostly people are familiar with. So you do get to still roll to see if you get that crit. And when even the little kids come into our dungeon rolling, we just had this beautiful little girl, very excited, just rolling the dice, so happy when she got a crit. It was great. It was great.
There's something to be said about that. Again, I had not gotten any briefing about how the rules worked before, and being able to step in and within 10 or 15 minutes really understand hey, this is kind of how they're playing it out. That was quite wonderful.
That's cool. Another thing we really wanted to give Arpex a feel of easy, and everybody who's invited can come in. everything has a static number to it, so it's only adding those static numbers up. Never all this multipliers, all these multipliers. It's fun and it's awesome, and it got me to where I am. But we just wanted a quick game that you could go through, because who needs all that? You want to kill the dragon, you want to get there, you want to kill that lich, you know. So
this being the first year of PhoenixCon, you also had done this previously, I believe. So each of those, I'm guessing you've built on the experience of the last one.
Yes, yes. RPEX is an ever-changing, ever-evolving multitude of every Sunday I'm at my development table, playing it all out, going through some things. In the beginning of PhoenixCon just yesterday, one of our dungeons was called Jakal's Rest. And that was my character from our first time playing way back in like 20 years ago. So everything that we've ever done in our lands and our worlds of me and Cosmo, we keep adding more, and there's always going to be more to add on and better and bigger next things.
Okay, so keep adding on an experience of stuff you've already had out there, and then letting people come to play that experience in this.
I definitely saw like waiting to queue in for the experience. Like I saw people who played for the first time today. I saw people who went in multiple times over the weekend. Is it like, do you keep coming back and kind of keep your character building, or like?
Oh yes. We plan. So when you sign up for RPEX, you're starting off as a pre-gen third level character. Once you have accumulated the dungeon points of experience points and get up to a third level, well, then you can make your own of a third level and then choose your ones. And now that experience points can go to any character you choose, because we do have a leveling system all the way up to 10. What you do at around 7th level, your experience points can transfer. Right now you came to this PhoenixCon with a level 4 ranger. Well, you can take the level 4 experience points and make a fighter and go in next time. So it's always transferable. We got pins that you can buy, just like the magic tokens that you get from True Dungeon. We got pins of enamel, really beautifully done.
I saw those, they were.
You can wear those, and those add magical abilities to you, so your characters know in the weapons, and we got people that write that down and transfer you. But you are gaining experience points as you travel through RPEX.
Yeah.
To build up
so that gives you the opportunity to like come back to a different convention or this convention
level
again,
up,
bring that character or those experience points onto your next environment.
Now to turn on the other mic. So this is absolutely like this entire development system is exclusive to you guys.
Yes.
This is developed specifically for the system.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. We took an RPEX and everything that we kind of learned throughout the other systems and series that we played, and combined it into what we liked best about every single one of them, and built kind of like our own RPEX system.
That's hilarious. It's
transfers it also to tabletop, to the live action dungeon. So
because I've always found that's been kind of the difficulty, is that one system is not necessarily made for the other, so you almost need to build a custom system. It's interesting that you just kind of tapped into that whole idea.
I can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry. You kind of tapped into the idea that a tabletop system does not necessarily work in the real world. And you've got something that's kind of hybrid between those two. That's very interesting.
Yeah, no, our tabletop version actually of RPEX is kind of like a different version of it, because we do have to transfer it. Like in our tabletop version, our squares are 3 feet. Well, in RPEX, to make it fit more, they're 2 feet. Because our walls are 4 feet, so it's like every 2.
That'd be even.
Kind of like math in that way. Math can never steer you wrong.
Awesome.
Until you roll a 1.
We're talking about ABVs.
Yeah.
So, again, I got to check out the awesome experience today. What are kind of the future upcoming events for your live RPEX stuff?
Oh, the sky's the limit. I don't want to give any secrets. I'm also, even though I am one of the creators, maybe you guys might see something that's more movable, more light actions, more special sound effects, and bigger props, better. It's always going to be ever-changing. It's always going to be the next bigger monster out there, and maybe the crits will get it bigger.
So if there are anybody who is interested in kind of like learning what RPEX is about or checking out more information, where can they find you guys?
You can definitely join the Facebook group of PhoenixCon, because that's always going to be going on. Studio 66 group. We have that one. We have, contact either, on those pages and get into us. We'll invite you. We're really an open group because we have a lot of policies. We wanted everybody, all gamers from everywhere, to have a great time. Come here and just have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Facebook would be the easiest way to find us.
Absolutely,
Seriously.
everybody I saw going through it had a blast. Again, I had a great time watching. I will have some footage shown for that.
It was weird when I stood up and I saw a guy with a camera following me around the dungeon, and I'm like, he's not even playing. What's going on?
Next time around, I'm going to be.
there
No
we
doubt
go.
about it. I am sold.
There we are. Yeah, no, it's great. I appreciate you guys. This is awesome. I love being here. And I mean, this is what it's all about. Just a bunch of geeks having fun. That's what all RPEX and Studio 66 is about.
Oh yeah, it's been a great day for that.
Yeah, definitely a great weekend for this kind of stuff. So.
Hey, I'm glad you guys
and
make
it's
it.
fun to have this stuff back out there right now.
Oh, I
am.
I really didn't have Plague on my life card.
Yeah.
I should have been playing a cleric more.
Yeah, so.
All right, again, this has been Travis and Ryan, and we're here talking about the RPEX system. One other question?
Go ahead.
I just want to say, you guys are going to be at GameHole-Con, correct?
What's that?
You guys are going to be at Gamehole?
Oh, yes, we are going to be at Game Hole coming up in November.
We're going to be there too. And
So we'll be
Gamehole
covering it.
registration opens on September 1. So if you came here and saw and wanted to
Definitely
do it,
check it out.
Yes, definitely.
Register.
Definitely, yep.
Again, this is Travis, Ryan, Mel, Rob. We're here with Guys, Games, and Beer, PhoenixCon, having a great time. Definitely check out the 7 RPEX. I would definitely check it out at GameHole-Con. All right, thanks so much for having
Oh, it was a pleasure being here, and thank you guys.
Good, thanks. Bye. Hi, this is Ryan with Guys, Games, and Beer, and I'm here with
Rob with Guys, Games, and Beer.
Mark with Shield Bash Podcast.
and Will with Shield Bash Podcast. And
They did way better than we did.
And today we're at PhoenixCon 0 with these guys, and they're going to explain to us what their podcast is all about, right?
Is that like a prequel?
This is
PhoenixCon 0.
next year will be PhoenixCon 1, right?
Yeah, I was confused. I've been putting PhoenixCon 1 on everything because this is the first one, but I didn't know it was the 0 one. So next year, it'll be the 1.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah.
It's like binary.
So if you've got a Chronicle sheet with a 1 on it, just put a 0 and it'll be fine. Or save it till next year. It doesn't matter.
Or -1.
Well, don't do -1 because then you won't get any credit. So you don't want to do that.
That's true. You
Yeah.
don't want like a negative credit in this. I'm sorry, I'm so tall. What
It's
the-
okay.
what
I
is
can
with this?
try to stretch a little bit.
There.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Well, hey, we met these guys here at PhoenixCon, and the reason why we met them is because they stole my bag. Inadvertently,
That's absolutely true.
Inadvertently, they stole my bag because it was a very nice bag, and they thought it was one of their bags because they have very nice bags. So it's a common misconception. It happens. It was fixed. I got a cool glass and some dice out of it, so I am happy. It's like it never happened.
Yeah.
Right, Will?
So Mel stole your bag.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
it was the lady. She
Mel
fessed up. She
stole
fessed
your
up.
bag. I mean,
Yeah, she fessed up.
You guys are out here for a good reason. Nobody hear my voice right now, so I'm going to ask
Tom,
from off stage.
at least say the damn thing on mic, because nobody.
So, you guys do a show. Let's hear a little bit about your show and where people can find it.
Yeah, we are members of the Shield Bash podcast. We are an actual play podcast doing the Adventure Pass for the Paizo company. Paizo makes Pathfinder, Starfinder, and now Pathfinder 2nd Edition. They also do a card game. I've never really played that one, but everything else we played. On the podcast, we actually just got done doing the first book of the Serpent Skull Adventure Path. That was about almost 3-year journey into darkness,
Almost
out of
exactly.
darkness. Yeah, and we always tell people about the podcast is it's 6 assholes and Will. So I'm Mark, one of the assholes. This is Will. He's the good guy. Really cool for you people watching this and the people in PhoenixCon is I'm the oldest member of the podcast. Will is the youngest member of the podcast. So you have kind of the the tail end and the apex or vice versa, however you want to do that. But we record and put out every 2 weeks. we put out content for the actual podcast where we play the game. And then we've been interspersing, which is something you guys could probably be interested in. We do what is a segment called Shop Talk. And we talk to other people, other podcasts. Jason, he's our lead guy on that. So he'll probably be getting in contact with you guys. You guys can get with him, Skype or do, the whole Zoom meeting thing now everybody's been doing. I'm really old, so excuse me. And you guys can tell us all about your podcast.
Awesome.
And like I said, we just finished up the AP. We're getting ready to start the new Pathfinder Adventure Path for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and it is called the Abomination Vault. And I will be GMing that one for Will and the other 5 assholes. So I don't know if I'm an asshole anymore because I'm going to be the GM or not. So.
Oh, Britt's always counted.
Brent is always counted.
So you break them up basically into episodes?
Yeah, see, we usually, when we sit down and record, we do 3 episodes at a shot. We release one every 2 weeks, and it's kind of like a serial, like the old radio plays.
Yeah.
We do have YouTube presence. Mostly we're on Podbean, Apple Podcast. Anywhere you get your podcast, you can find Shield Bash. Just type in the search engine, Shield Bash Podcast, and we'll pop up there.
Awesome. A little bit. So you do a little bit of the biz stuff too on the side, right?
Yeah.
So you're mentioning that. Did we head on?
Well, let's see. We've done 2 spots with the guys from Frog God Games. Helped to kind of cross promote their stuff. Bill Webb, I've known him for probably 4 or 5 years now. Great GM. They make great content. Necromancer Games, Frog God Games. We really like their stuff. I play with it quite a bit at cons. And we've also had, let's see, gosh, you're going to put me on the spot, of course, so I can't remember right. If you check the Shop Talk segments, you'll see the different podcasts. I know that one of them has, I'm totally drawing a blank. If you hadn't asked me, I would have been able to tell you.
There's 8 or 10 other people.
Yes, yeah.
We run into them a couple times. We've had them on the show. I think one of them actually dragged through a pretty significant amount of our booze, right? As I recall, at one episode.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
Seems about normal
right.
for what we've got going.
Yeah. That's what's really nice because you can play, old school D&D. They call it Sword and Wizardry, and you can drink adult beverages because usually all those games are way after dark, after the kiddies went to bed, and it's a good time had by all.
That is absolutely true. I think also, it is Wisconsin. You guys are Wisconsin-based as well.
No, we are not. We're actually out of Central Illinois. Don't hold that against us.
So that means you drink hard liquor.
Well, yes, I'm a bourbon guy.
Yeah.
Britt, our GM, he's a bourbon guy, whiskey guy. But we have beers at pretty much every session. We have a nice refrigerator right off the octagon-shaped gaming table that we use, and so we are liquor fueled and infused.
Awesome. Favorite whiskey for playing games with?
My personal favorite whiskey right now is I like a bourbon. It's a 9-year-old single barrel reserve. It's called Blue Note Bourbon out of Nashville, Tennessee. 123 proof. Buttery mouthfeel, but the age, 9 years in the oak cask, really makes it smooth. I mean, if I didn't tell you it was 123 proof, you'd be like, wow, this is like fantastic. Because there's not much burn, but man, has it got a lot of flavor.
Awesome. Well, we have not jumped through enough scenarios yet, so let's talk a little bit about scenarios. So you do one playthrough. Is it per season?
Well, like I said, the one book, which the Adventure Pass for Paizo Publishing, the Adventure Pass are usually 6-book sets. Mm-hmm. Some of them nowadays they broke them down into 3-book sets, and that takes an adventuring party from level 1 to almost level 20 a lot of times. But it takes months of actual play to get through there. Like I said, the first book, because we break it into serials hour at a time, it's been almost 3 years for us to finish that book.
We're actually pretty awesome because that way you get a full playthrough. If you play the podcast end to end, then you basically get a full playthrough.
Yeah, we were talking just the other night, and I said, well, we've got 79 episodes out. We've got 3 more in the can, so that's going to be like 82. So that is 2 full work weeks of content people can listen to 8 hours a day 5 days a week for 2 weeks.
Awesome, man.
And we're level 4.
Yeah, we're level 4.
I've been level Britt, 4 I'm talking to you.
3 years later, level 4, right? I've died a bunch.
Actually, we haven't had no deaths on the podcast. It's been amazing. Got close a couple times, nobody's died.
You rolling for some critical?
Oh yeah.
Awesome, Ryan.
So the podcast is it strictly audio, or do you do audio and video, or?
We have not made the jump to video yet.
Okay.
That's next level. Once we get more followers, more money, more you understand.
Yeah,
I mean, so yeah, pretty much now. Like I said, Podbean, Apple Podcast, pretty much anywhere you get your podcast, we're audio. And then we do have like YouTube, but it's basically just the audio with pictures of the maps and stuff.
All right. That's what I remember you saying YouTube. That's what I was thinking. Like if it was a little mixture of both, or
not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Okay.
Yeah, not quite yet. We are planning to do that if we get enough support, though.
Yep. And then, shoot, where was I going with that? This idea is like you get together, and then you find a good spot to like stop. Like this will be a good amount for an episode, and then, or you get together and then record it all and go decide where the breaking points are.
See, we've got a nice little timer. It's a recording on the phone, and Jason is our sound guy, and he does all the recording and the mixing for us and stuff. So when his phone goes off, and Will, what does it say?
Suck on that.
That's our cue. That's the end of the episode. We've got to draw it down there. So then Britt, and then I'll have to do it from now on. But Britt usually tries to leave us with a cliffhanger, like, and are they going to survive? Find out next time on Shield Bash Podcast.
That's awesome. I like that. Yeah. All right, so couple last questions. Number one, you've been on for a while now. Any recommendations for new podcasters trying to get in? Is there any big mistakes you've made or things that you've learned that you think would help others?
Don't skimp on audio equipment. Pay for the good stuff. And we are using wireless mics here, which is impressive for me because we used wireless mics and they were awful. And the first thing we did is went out and bought a bunch of wires and hooked it up to a full-size thing. So we might have to ask you guys what you guys are using.
It only took us 9 years, actually, to get to wireless mics.
Right on. We don't feel so bad then. That's good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Before then, we actually just would take speaker wire and run it from mics over through, and you'd use like a toilet, like toilet paper roll. Yeah, and we had a little condenser in there up until like a week or two ago.
Wow. Yeah, don't spray paint the microphones. That's a good thing.
Yeah, do not ever. It isn't us. It's not like us giving recommendations. It's them giving recommendations. Yeah, but don't do that. Don't ever let Tom. Actually, don't let Tom spray paint your microphones. That was. The hell you think?
You can't let go of them after 20 minutes. You're like,
Why can't I put this down?
Yeah, that happened. So.
Awesome.
All right. So.
Those are the kind of life lessons you can look forward to on Beer, Games, and Guys, or Guys, Games, and Beer podcast.
Go either way.
Depends on how much you've had to drink, what order you say it in. I can tell.
Really, 9 years of that crap. So anyway.
That's awesome.
Anyway, do you have anything else you'd like to tell everybody?
I don't have any other. I would say don't bite off more than you can chew. Choose a platform and stick with it until you have a formula, and then get ready to move to another platform. Don't just jump into 6 of them.
Awesome. And of course, as always, you've mentioned it a couple times, but where can we hear you?
Shield Bash Podcast. You can find us on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. We will be on there. Search for us, Shield Bash Podcast.
Or shieldbash.net.
There we go. Awesome. All right. Thank you very much for coming on, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
all right, thanks again.